So, you want to start taking professional portraits, but you have no idea where to start? Well, I'll show you. So I've narrowed it down to about 2 items that you'll need to start taking professional level portraits at an entry level price. Okay, so the first thing you're gonna need, a camera, of course. So my starter DSLR was the Canon T6i. There is a T7i out now, but this is where I started, so this is the point of view I'm going to speak from. The T7i is just this with better autofocus, but also more expensive. So this is the first item that I would say to get. A crop sensor camera. I'm going to speak from the point of view of Canon. I'm pretty sure there's a lot of other mirrorless cameras you could start with, but if you want to get into DSLRs and really learning how to use DSLRs and Canons to upgrade in the future, I think this is a very, very, very good starter point. It has Wi-Fi so you can get your pictures on your phone. It has everything that you could want in a camera of this price. It's got a nice flippy screen, maybe do a little vlogging, who knows. Actually very good for taking good angled portraits. So that is the first item on the list. You can get a refurbished body of this for about $500 online. Again, these aren't cheap in the relative world of money, but if you're taking photography seriously and you really want to get in there, I think this is a good starter point, especially for a crop sensor. I mean, my full frame camera is like $1,500, so it is a good price for what you're getting. The next item I would say to get is the Canon 50mm f1.8 lens, aka the Nifty 50. If I were you, I would just get the body and get this lens, unless you're doing other stuff except portraits. But if you're doing strictly portraits, I would just buy the body and buy this lens, because since it's 1.8 aperture, means that it's very wide open, giving a lot more blur or bokeh, which is what a lot of people go for in portraits, and it kind of adds that cool look to it that really separates DSLRs from phones nowadays, because it's getting harder and harder to make that distinction. So this lens is about the cheapest lens you can buy, the most popular lens out there. It goes for like $110. You can get a used one for probably like $70-$80. So in total, you're not even spending $600, and you're getting this crazy nice setup, for a beginner at least. If you have followed me at all prior to like this December, before that I used the T6i for almost a year. I used this lens, and the camera's durable. I've taken it, on multiple flights. I've gone on trips, and I've used this camera and this lens, and it takes nice clean portraits, and it really gets your feet wet and gets you really involved in photography pretty quickly. So that is what I would say is the prime way to go balls deep and all in photography if you're trying to get into portraits. For a nice price, under $600 is a good steal, I would say. You probably could get the T5i or below, but the quality's a little less. So speaking from personal experience, I would say the T6i and the Nifty 50 lens is what really helped me get into photography. And eventually, once I was really comfortable and knew I wanted to take this seriously, I invested in the $1,500 Canon T6i Mark II, which is $1,500, also a full frame sensor. So that is what I would recommend to get started with. And you're gonna be able to take some clean portraits. I'll put some of my old portraits up on here that I took on this setup. And yeah, so if this video helped you out at all, please leave a like, maybe subscribe if you want to see more videos like this. I'm gonna get more and more in depth. All the tutorials I've done recently are the beginning parts, and then I'm gonna get more in depth in photo editing and ways to take better pictures and portraits. So you definitely should subscribe and maybe even hit the notification bell if you're interested in stuff like that. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys next time. Peace.